All right, let me go ahead and let you guys and tell you guys a bit of a, you know, a bit of a little tiny little campfire story. Type of story that you're in the middle of the woods. It's dark and you're sitting around all your buddies and you're around the campfire about to tell a scary story. Let me tell you a terrifying story because I just encountered an absolute, just a devilish creature. Tuesday. Today's Friday, so Tuesday. Now listen, I'm one of the more like I'm my personality is perfect for customer service because I'm the type of person to where like it takes a lot to get under my skin. It takes a lot not to get under my skin. Well, yeah, to get under my skin, and it takes a lot to annoy me. It takes a lot for me to feel away. It takes a lot for you know, it takes a lot for somebody to do things, say or do things to me before I actually like snap like they want me to. Now she wasn't rage baiting me. That's a kind of like rage bait. But I mean her whole fucking personality was rage bait. But let me get into this type of rude ass customer, right? It's some it's some black lady, whatever. Now, you guys in the comments and Twitter, you guys can argue about race, make it a whole racist thing. I really don't care. I'm not gonna get into that. Me personally, I don't give a fuck if she was black, Hispanic, Asian, white, because honestly, all races and guys too can act just like her. And you know what I'm saying? It does not matter. It's never ever a race thing. It's rarely a race thing with me, right? But let me just say this. Like, she's one of those types of people where she grew up different, gang. Like, she was the type of person that would always take and never give, right? She never got taught manners as a kid. She never got taught empathy. She never felt any empathy. In psychology, we learned about like personality disorders, narcissism, bipolar, social anxiety, and we also learned the difference between introvertedness and antisocial. Now, people confuse antisocial a lot. Antisocial, just like ADHD, just like depression, just like schizophrenia, those words are thrown around all over the place when people do not know what the fuck they're talking about. Antisocial, it's more than just being quiet. It's more than just having a resting bitch face and not acknowledging people's existence. It is more, right, than just being the quiet kid in the back of the class. Antisocial personality, literally, they don't have any empathy. They lack respect. They lack empathy. They could not be bothered to give a damn about how you feel. They don't care about um anything, and they're nonchalant as fuck too. Like they don't care about their emotions just as much as they don't care about yours. And like they could see somebody suffering and not feel any empathy. They could see a cat or dog, a cute cat or dog, kitten or puppy crying, and they would never feel some type of way in their heart. You know what I'm saying? Like they're actually walking bodies of flesh. Brain, soul, heart, and brain, it does not exist in their body. It really does not. For me, at least. That's my opinion about antisocial people. Now, that's just off of the textbook fact definition of antisocial personality. Um, there might be antisocial people out there that I might get along with. I kind of doubt it because you guys sound like, or like you guys are probably self-proclaimed, or like you guys call yourself antisocial when you guys are really just not. You're just kind of introverted. Which introvertedness, it's kind of like, most of your pleasure, most of your satisfaction in life is not from the energy of others, but your own, right? And you guys can be up for debate about quietness, shyness, all that other stuff, okay? But she's definitely antisocial. And why am I being super, oh, bro, why are you, jumping to conclusions so fast? You only met her once. I did not. I get, like, and she said it herself that she flew here before 3 times. I remember her. I remember this bitch. I remember her. I remember her. So you guys know I work at the airport, and I be doing the gate sometimes, right? And Delta and shit. We have like for those smaller planes, not them big ass mainline ones. Like you go to Atlanta Airport. Basically, if the plane has TV screens inside of it, not those planes. I'm talking about the older, smaller planes. There's these things called pink tags, and we put them on it on bags that can't fit in the overhead bin, but we're not sending them all the way through to the final destination. They'll pick it up as soon as they land. It's a valet tag. It's valeting your bag. And now this. Let me just get this straight. For people that fly through Delta and go through smaller airports, or like people in North Carolina, if you fly from Raleigh to New York, JFK or LaGuardia, you guys will encounter gate agents pink tagging your bag. And the thing is, it depends on the size. It depends on the model of the aircraft. So there's this type of plane called a 700, which it's planes like that. Most basically, if the bag has wheels and it's the average size of a carry-on, it's not gonna fit. It's impossible, right? Especially if the flight is full. Now there's a step higher, right? Our other model of plane that's slightly bigger, fits more people, fits more bags. The 900. With 900s, bags in first class, and some bags in the the class behind first class, comfort, they fit, right? But most bags that are abnormally large, I don't really have an example. My bag down there is a good example, but I'm not gonna pull it out. Basically, like average size bags, and if you sit in the back of the plane, you're probably gonna get a pink tag. And especially if the flight is full. So, yeah. So that's that. I just explained how pink tags work, and I'm already at 7 minutes, but I don't give a fuck. Um, so one time it was a 900, bigger plane, and I walked up to her, and I asked her, "What zone is she in?" Basically, what that means, where in the plane do you sit? Because people in first class, their bags will most likely fit, even big ones, right? And this fucking weirdo answers me, right? First of all, I approach her respectful as fuck, right? Hey, ma'am, how's it going? What zone are you sitting in? I don't be like, oh, give me your boarding pass, I have to tag your bag. I ask what zone is she in, and she answers with, oh, it always fits. I don't check my bags. And I'm just like, oh no, ma'am, I'm sorry. What zone? And then she just cuts me off. First class. And I was like, okay. Now, me personally, I'm never in the mood to fight any type of customer like that. So, some of my other coworkers are not as lucky in terms of their type of personality. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Capricorn. We be keeping our cool. But people that are Cancers, people that are Tauruses, um, Sagittarius, they let their emotions be known. Like if they want to fight you, they will tell you straight up to your face. You know what I'm saying? But that's not me. But yeah, that was strike one. Strike two, and also here's another thing. She's in first class. There's a trend with these people in first class because the company wants us to recognize our first class flyers because they pay most money, which is fucking cap sometimes. We literally give them, like I can give when I do the flight and shit. Our application our system lets us change seats. You could put anybody in first class. It'll be like, are you sure you want to upgrade them? Yes. Boom. It puts them up there. If there's open seats, right? And it's up to your management to get in trouble or get you in trouble if there's upgrades or if there's, non-revenues that are higher priority, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't matter, right? But yeah, she's already mad at me about the pink tag. Now, Tuesday, it's the 700, the small plane I was talking about. Most bags can't fit. Actually, one guy, he was cool. He was like, "Oh, usually my bag fits." I'm like, "It's a 900." He's actually familiar with the model of the plane. No, this is a 700. It gets smaller than that. And he's like, "Oh, okay." Like people like that. I need more people like that in this world. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I walk up to her, I'm like, "Ma'am, I need to see your boarding pass." Because here's also another thing, and my mom tells me the best bags that have double zippered. I don't want to pull out my bag. Let me see if this luggage over here has it, so I can show you guys. Yes, this game. Bags like this. If you guys can see it, you see that? You see that one zipper, two zipper, right? Double zipper. Bags like this, usually they have the zipper open, so it's like out here. And it's like packed to the brim, and it's usually a hard shell case, right? Shit like this can fit in first class. This specific bag, yeah, it can fit in first class on a 900. But on a 700, it's not fitting anywhere. It most likely won't. Like, they can go and try, but I'm gonna always tag it just in case. You know what I'm saying? But her bag is just like that, double zippered and around that size. Hell, I think it's even a little bit bigger. And I'm like, "Ma'am, can I see your boarding pass so I can tag it?" And she automatically starts giving me shit. She's like, "Oh, I flew here 3 times and it's always fit." I'm like, "Ma'am, this is a smaller aircraft. At least, I'll your bag is most likely not gonna fit." And she's just arguing with me, and we're like, "Oh, I don't check my bag." Uh, pretty much. Oh, pretty much what she said. "Oh, like I'm above that. Um, you know, I think the whole world should just bend, like just fall in line for me, and just everybody clear the area when I walk through," type shit. Like that's her energy and attitude, bro. Um, and I'm like, "Ma'am, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tag it, but you can go inside and try, and yeah, I'm gonna tag it. You can go inside and try, but it's probably, and if it does not fit, then there, it's already ready for you. And if it does fit, you can pop it right off. I really don't care." And she's just still cutting me off and arguing with me. She actually does give me, I'm surprised, mid, like she's combative, defensive about it, but she still just shows me the phone to ping tag her shit. So I tag it, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I feel like I'm getting embarrassed for all these people arguing with the passenger about a pink tag. It's like, gang, I don't stick the bag on there. I don't stick the tag on there because I hate you. I stick it on there because I don't want there to be like a problem down, in the jet bridge, down at the bottom of the boarding bridge, because I forgot to pink tag a bunch of bags that can't fit. They're gonna be the flight attendants will type in the little messaging system we have. "Oh, you should pink tag more bags," and I could get in trouble. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, and that's not even the worst part. So boom, the plane comes, and I see the pilots. There's pilots, two pilots coming out and two pilots going in, so it's four pilots, and they're all talking about shit. And what the pilots do, they put on a green vest and they go outside and check the plane physically. They look at it, make sure there's no scratches on the wings or anything. Cause bitch, the whole fucking flight can get canceled if there's a scratch in the window where the pilots sit at. In the window, in the cockpit, there's like a scratch because a bird hit it. Flight's canceled because they gotta go get another window from Atlanta, from Raleigh, from Charlotte, wherever other airport, right? So like they don't play. And like it's in their legal bind that they cannot fly it legally for the safety of the people, right? The passengers, if there's anything wrong with the plane. So, yeah, that's how that works. And there was a gash in the front tire. So the flight got delayed. They had to call maintenance. They moved the plane out the way, and so maintenance can come from Raleigh. 5-hour delay, right? The flight was supposed to take off at 3:20, and it took off at 7. Yeah, so, and they fixed the tire at like 5:50. So, but yeah, flight got delayed. Pilot came up, made the announcement, and honestly, I was laughing because I'm like, that's what that fucking bitch gets. This is what happens when, like, those types of people in society, like, this is exactly what should happen to them, right? Where people, like, try and help them with the utmost respect, but then life happens. Life hits them. Unexpected stuff happens. Gang, it's always something. Bitch, the fucking flight got delayed one time because somebody took the pilot's bag and we were literally scrambling, finding out who took it. And thank God it was an older gentleman and super nice, super cool. And I'm like, sir, like the pilot approached him, sir, that's my bag. And I had his bag and I gave it to him. I'm like, man, you almost delayed the flight, sir. He did fucking delay the flight because 4 minutes gone from dealing with that. He was probably in baggage claim or, yeah, it's always something with the flight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, pilot made the announcement. Everybody and their mama started lining up in front of the gate so we could start rebooking. Me and my coworker were rebooking, and my mom was passing out the Delta number to call, and I was praying and hoping that I would deal with that bitch first, and I did. I dealt with one person, and then I dealt with her right after. Great. I want her done and out of my face as quickly as possible, and she does too, cause here's the meat of the story, right? Here's the meat of the story. So she gives me her boarding passes. She's actually kind of nice. Gives me her boarding passes. First of all, I'm like, hey, ma'am, you need to get rebooked. Respectful as fuck, despite how she's treating me. And she just gives me her boarding passes. Not that mean yet. And she's like, what are my options? And then all of a sudden, she's like, oh, I want to go to Raleigh. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to stay here. I'm like, okay, fine by me. I don't want you to be here either. Shit. I didn't tell her that, but I'm like, I don't want her to be here. Nobody does. So, long story short, she wants to go to Raleigh. She's going to Fort Lauderdale, by the way. She wants to go to Raleigh. I connect her. I'm like, yeah, you get to Raleigh in the next 90 minutes. You can make your flight at 6:30. It was like 3:30 when I did this. 6:30. And you'd make it to Raleigh and hop on that flight. I called our agency and I was telling her times in Raleigh. Yeah, this flight in Raleigh, connecting, going to Atlanta from Raleigh, on the phone with the agency. Oh, yeah, she wants to fly to Raleigh. She's hearing this. By the way, she pulls out this shit made me fucking fucking asshole and shit tingling from how cringe this shit is. She grabs a lollipop, a big red lollipop. I'm talking, and she starts like some fucking. She's literally like. She's acting like one of the mean girls in like a fucking Disney show right now. She's acting like one of those spoiled brat bully mean girls in those types of Disney shows. What the fuck? My fucking ear is ringing because I was listening to hella music cleaning the bathroom. But anyway, she's acting like one of those like entitled bitchy brats, right? Sucking on her lollipop and shit, making disgusting ass noises. I don't like those noises. Fucking tongue all up in a lollipop and shit. I'm talking going to town on her lollipop. She's showing, I guarantee you, she's showing her lollipop more love than her husband. But anyway, if she even has one, I could not imagine being that lady's husband. Like, I actually have to be just like her. They actually have to be like soulmates. I'm talking, their lack of heart and soul has to connect at one point. Like, their hearts are really small, but at one little point they connect till you find a man that's just like you. And dear God, I would not like to meet him. But yeah, boom, we book her to Raleigh, and she tells me, and also beforehand, she tells me that she has a way to get there. She's gonna drive there. I'm like, okay, I thought she parked her car outside. She's gonna drive there. And she tells us after I do everything. Now I don't mind if I have to change it, but you just told me that you can get to Raleigh. And she's like, how am I gonna get there? And I'm like, you can take a taxi. She's like, or no, how am I gonna get there? I have no car. You just told me, bitch, that you were going to drive. I didn't tell her that. But I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, you just told me you're gonna drive. You heard me rebooking you to Raleigh, and you wait until now to figure out a plan on how to get there. What the fuck? And she's like, okay, what can you guys give me? A taxi. And this fucking retard, this fucking idiot, right? She's like, oh, I don't like taxis. I don't do taxi. Yeah, because they don't like you. I guarantee you, every flight attendant, every taxi driver, ticket agent, gate agent, TSA officer, police officer, every person you had to call, insurance company, um, the bank, whatever, all the customer service people and all the people that had to deal with your annoying, rude, stuck up, entitled ass don't like you either. So that's why you don't like involving yourself with that shit. She's like, oh, I don't like taxis. Yeah, because they don't like you. I already know it would be miserable having you in there. Miserable as fuck. And, we give her like, we're like, we can give you, because when the flight's delayed and it's a maintenance problem, we can give them compensation. We can't give them hotel yet, but we can give them a taxi to wherever they need to go. And she's like, oh, I don't like taxis. Or how else am I gonna get there? And my coworker, she snaps and she's like, ma'am, you could just Google Maps it on your phone. And I was like, oh my god, bro, they're about to make a scene over this. Like, just get her out of my face. Like, I'm trying to get her done and out the way quick. She wasn't even that bad until now. Like, she was not like cutting me off while I was rebooking her to Raleigh, and there was nothing bad until now. Gang, let me tell you, she's literally arguing with my mom and arguing with my coworker about the taxi. Oh, we don't do she's like, oh, give me money for a rental car. I'll rent a car and drive there myself. No, 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 no. Yeah, you're paying it out of your ass. You're paying that rental car out of your ass, because we don't have money for rental car. We only have the taxi because the airport has like its own taxi service, right? And I think she took the taxi option. She finally gave in, and then she left my sight. The shirt is big as fuck. But anyway, she left my site. I had to rebook like 1,000 people, whatever, because I'm busy. As long as I'm busy like that, I was hungry, but being busy like that, and everybody was nice. Everybody was nice. Everybody was understanding. The people in the front of the line usually be the most difficult, right? The people that are in the back usually don't be like super stressed out, especially since the flight is not delayed. Like this one guy, he was stressed out. He was like, "Oh, I just don't want to fly at all." Well, I maybe do, but like he was just fucking stressed out, and but I mean he was good compared to her. Oh fuck. But yeah, there you have it. That's a little story I have about this rude ass bitch, this fucking customer. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I don't want to see her again. She's like, oh, I can fly. I flew here 3 times. I don't want to see you again. Thank God you don't come up to the ticket counter downstairs and get your tickets, and we have to talk to you down there. I don't want to talk to you at all. But that's another thing. If I ever see her again, I'm not gonna ask her shit about the pink tag. I'll let her go right through. I'll let her go right through. If she has the embarrassing walk of shame, where you insist that the bag fits, right? You go in that bitch and you walk right on out because it can't fit. I'll be laughing my ass off. Or not, because I'm probably up at the gate. But yeah. So I catch you guys later, man. But like, she's one of those people, like, when she was little, she was probably one of those fucking bratty ass girls. Fucking, she was one of those bratty ass girls that would, like, at the playground, they would block the slide like this for no reason at all, right? And like, you would tell them why, and they would just be like, "Oh, cause I said so, cause I want to." They're just being annoying human, like they're human rage bait. Like people like this, you can't help but feel the urge to slap the shit out of them, right? Right, and then you do something about it, and you don't even like pick her up and move her out the way, right? You like force yourself through, just to go down the slide, and she's the type of person that would get up, start crying to her mom, and start playing victim. It blows my mind. People like that have friends. That's my little hot take. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never met a single motherfucker, friend, girls, guys. Hell, I had friends that were bisexual, pansexual. Never once, none of them, the type of people that would ever involve themselves with people like that. Right. They just hate people for no reason. Man. I'm adding that to my bucket list. Become friends with an antisocial person so I can really see how they act. Are they really as bad as the textbook says they are? I'll catch you guys later, man.